Hello, welcome back to Football United TV. I am joined here by three special guests. Two Man United supporters, one Arsenal. We know, obviously all know Stephen Featley, the Arsenal fan, a little bit bitter right now. We've got MU Talk as well here. How are you doing, mate? And we got Charlie. Commiserations, Charlie, from the result today for Man City. Let's start with you, Charlie. How do you feel? I know you said you only want to be very quick on how you feel about this game because you're very disappointed. But I mean, what do you make of it from your perspective and what you saw today?
I'm guessing I can swear because that will make a massive difference. I am fucking pissed. I'm so pissed off. It's unbelievable.
Elaborate, Charlie. Elaborate.
Shaw scored a goal.
Jesus is fucking shit. Mahrez is shit. De Bruyne was crap. Sterling makes it go for his fucking legs. I'm fucking pissed, honestly. The Martial turns up once a season and it's against fucking us.
Do you not, Charlie? Do you think this could be the slippery slope when you relinquish the title to us?
No, we're not Liverpool.
Well, it's not out of the realms of possibility, I'll tell you that for now, because there's still points to be had. Who's your next game, Charlie?
We have. I've actually completely forgot. I've had a lot now. Southampton at home.
Oh well, all right, okay then. So that'll be a moment for Pep to get the players to sort it out. Sure.
You won't miss this last when you play Southampton when you get back up top on. I mean, you are already clear run for the Premier League, aren't you? I mean, it's not like losing to Man United is not a big thing, really. I mean, it is because of the derby, but it's not on points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad result on the day, but it's bragging rights, isn't it? We've got the bragging rights now, and at the end of the day, Ollie has done it again over Pep. He's got something over Pep, and it's really good. But the only thing I would say is I just hope that Ollie takes this forward now and realizes that this is the best way we play. He's getting in teams' faces, being quick, fast, doing things quickly.
He did it against Liverpool.
We can't dawdle. When we slow play, try and sort of, try and give teams a bit of space and then try and work something with a bit of, where we have to think too much. It don't work. We have to be pacey, making quick decisions, bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean? So I just hope he learns from this and goes going forward, but I don't know. What did you see it as, Stephen?
Yeah.
Well, I was watching it whilst trying to do dinner at the same time. And typical Man U, first 30 seconds you get a penalty. Hey, and then those again, Manchester City dominated the ball. You gave him no time on the ball at all. Right? You were a bit sloppy in the first half. Second half, you came out firing on the front foot and got the second goal that you needed. I mean, Charlie, why'd you let Luke Shaw score a goal?
Who the fuck lets Luke Shaw score a goal?
Why? No, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you because you know why?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to hear. All I'm going to hear now is Luke Shaw's better than Tierney. That is all I'm going to hear.
Luke Shaw is better than Tierney. And what last night, Charlie? What did I say?
We
was talking. Wait.
No, I didn't ask you.
We was talking last night.
I'm getting it. I didn't ask you. Right, Charlie. You know what you've done. You know what you've done. Right. This is why I call Little City, right? Same amount of trophies as Tottenham.
How am I getting bantered off an Arsenal fan?
Because you lost, right?
Oh, Jesus,
you were dominating and you lost.
We didn't dominate. They fucking got a penalty in the first 30 seconds.
No. You had this game and then you had the clear run to the rest of the title. I can go through the fixtures. No, you had to bottle this one. You had to bottle it.
We were.
And do you know?
Do you want me to get the bottles?
No, that's for Tottenham.
But let me just say this: we and Charlie were talking last night, and I asked him, "What do you think how's Pep going to set up, and then what team, etc., and everything?" And I said, "If we get into City's faces and don't give them the time and the space, then we'll get a result. But if we don't, then we'll get slapped." and that's proved to be the case. But why the fuck, Charlie? Can you explain to us why the fucking hell did he go 4-3-3 again? Why is he doing that?
Pardon?
Why is Pep chose 4-3-3?
I said last night he should go the double pivot.
Yeah, you said 4-2-3-1 to match us up. So, and I think there would have been, it would have been totally a different games, no doubt about that. Well, it might have been a bit closer. It might have been a draw, or maybe City might have nicked it 2-1 or whatever. But
I kind of feel.
No, hang on, talk menu. I've just heard it. It's a nonsense. It's a nonsense.
I'd be throwing punches. If I was Pep Guardiola. Go on, Matt. Sorry, mate.
I've already copyrighted it.
Go on. Sorry, Matt.
I was going to say that maybe even it just felt like Man City didn't show up at all. From the first minute of the game, I think 35 seconds in, like Martial had a really good dribble on the edge of inside the box, but on the edge sort of thing. But
can someone explain to me what Jesus was thinking? Because I'm not a clue.
His heel, didn't he, Charlie? He really clipped his heel. Like you kind of think he didn't really need to do anything. A whole back line like guarding the goal. He couldn't really go anywhere apart from across the goal, and he got clipped. And it's just a silly error from a striker that doesn't know how to defend.
Like, it's a striker, not a bloody central defensive midfielder. Why is he there? Why is he there?
I think Charlie as well. I think with Pep putting, De Bruyne out on the left.
De Bruyne was poor today as well.
Yeah, but he's not going to. I mean, what realistically in that kind of setup of a 4-3-3, what's he? You haven't got what you need up front really to be able to make that work, have you? I mean, you've got the mids, but I mean, De Bruyne shouldn't have been out on that left hand side for me. He should have been in the middle. He should have been in the middle. Being the one to be the rock in the middle. And with Gundogan playing maybe why I don't know. It baffles me sometimes, Pep. When he, I think he must have. He has got some kind of what's the word again? What's that word? He's got a thing. No, he's just got this thing about Man United because every time we beat you, we always come in and play you. Then
we've won once at home against you in the last 6 fucking years.
Yeah, I know that's the thing, and it baffles me because, again, he seems to have this hoodoo thing going on that he thinks, oh no, it's Man United, and he's like believing in some kind of bad juju or something. You know what I mean? It's really weird. I don't know how did you read what how City set up, Matt? How did you read what he was trying to do, City?
I don't really know. Like I say, It was a really strong team, and it looked like on paper like we were ruined. I liked Man United's team though. At the same time, I thought that we were out strong as well. And look, we've kept a clean sheet in the last 4 games, right? I know we've had like 3-0 nils, but this is the 4th game we've kept a clean sheet, which shows that the defence are starting to wise up a little bit. I think. Would you say?
Yeah,
they are. I think like Man United would always let in a goal every game, and for the last 4 games they haven't, which is an improvement. We've got to look at that because our defence has been really poor for the last few years, and not letting a goal in against Man City, you should be proud of that. And coming from Charlie as a Man City fan, probably should be a little bit worried about your attack. I mean, I know Man United fans are worried about Man United's attack, but Aguero's going to go eventually at some point. He's at the end of the stage. Is Gabriel Jesus the right guy to fill that role?
No, he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
It's not the answer to Aguero. It's not.
If
they want to play another striker, if they want to play a proper striker that's going to get over 20 goals a season, right, they're going to have to get someone better.
Mbappe or Haaland. I know people say that Mbappe might not suit City, but I don't see that.
Yeah,
I see Pep being able to make that work.
Haaland.
Well, yeah, I think because of the connections with City through Haaland's dad.
They need an out-and-out striker. Aguero, he's not getting. He's getting too injury prone now, and they need an out-and-out striker.
Shouts out
Respect
to
Lin-
Daniel, Chelsea, FC Wolverton, mate. We're doing all
Yeah,
good.
yo, Daniel.
Big up,
I do
Daniel.
respect Lindelof. But what I will say, Matt, is again, I'll reassert what I said before about if we play fast, like kind of fast pressing, high up the pitch football, I think that the players themselves, it suits them better.
Yeah.
Because they've got less time to think, and the less time you've got to think, the less chance there is you're going to make a bad decision. If you've got to make a decision really quickly, because everything's moving quickly and everybody around you is moving quickly, if you go back and analyse that game and look and mark down every successful pass, every successful interception, every successful run where we've got into space and behind and everything else, and then compare it to another game where we've not started like that, and then do the numbers, you will see in this type of game we are much better and more successful at these elements that are letting us down. So this is why I'm saying I just hope that whole Ollie going forward for the rest of the season and plans for next season is this is how we have to play. You know, it's got to be like bump, bang, all over.
Well, yeah. Talking about that, we're looking at maybe Arsenal's result this weekend as well, Stephen. Like, how do you feel? What do you think Arsenal need to do to be in a position like Emu was saying that you've got to trust Ollie? You don't trust Arteta, do you? You know, so.
Well, it's just one simple answer. Just
It's
two
not good
little
enough.
answer. 2-word answer. Arteta out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, you could. No, I agree,
Sorry.
Steve, what you say there,
Just
because
sit there and you can pummel at me, right? With trust the process, take your time, be patient. I don't have to be patient, right? This is a guy that has lost 11 games in a season. He is still, after 25, 26, 27, how many games we've got now, right? We are sitting in 10th, 11th, with the same amount of games that we've won to the same amount of games with defeats. Last time that happened, it was Terry Neal, Don Howe, right? What do we do? Get rid of them, got someone like George Graham. What do? We end up winning titles like this, right? 93 FA Cup, 91 Championship, 89 Anfield, right? We didn't put up with this manager. I'm sorry, this guy is not good enough. He has got a squad there that on paper he is not there as a top 10 club. It is top 6 minimum, right? Minimum, right? He's called what people can say it's the players, whatever they want, right? Yes, players don't play well at all at the minute at Arsenal, right? Apart from Saka, Martinelli, which I don't get, he's benched. He's got a bloody agenda against them. I don't care what anyone says. Like, the guy's fit, he never plays him, right? Not saying that Willian's not done well, but you also got Tierney as well. That's a shining light. Like Leno, yes, in part of that mistake, whatever. But what I'm saying is that you work with what you've got. He's been backed, and you work with what you've got, and he can't do it. So I'm sorry, this guy's not good enough. But some people are willing to accept this. I've even heard on other channels, and I know of one channel, right, that they would rather take relegation and get rid of the board and the owners to stick with this manager. Not my club. Well, don't support my club.
Yeah, that's
I don't accept it.
That is brutal. That Daniel, welcome in as well, mate. Hearing what Stephen was saying there, mate, how do you feel about Arsenal at the moment, and what do you make of Chelsea as well?
I think about Arsenal. What
Well,
is
yeah,
this thing about Arsenal? Sorry,
That's the
but
point. You see what I mean? So when this is the point. So when Man United beat the crap out of Man City, right? All we get is trash Arsenal. We're this banter SC, right? And yet fans still sit there and accept it. Some fans, because it came out of Arteta's mouth as soon as he got in the job that we're going to win Champions League in 3 years, are hell bent believing in it. But I'm a plastic if I say this.
What do you think about that, Daniel? Would you agree with that?
I agree with him. I wouldn't want this to be my club.
No.
Not even Newcastle fans or West Ham fans will put up with this. Says it all. Even
But
I even spoke to a Plymouth fan. He wouldn't put up with it at his club.
King Plymouth.
All right, I'm
Sorry.
gonna have to go now.
Sorry.
Charlie, take care. Sorry about the result today. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, Charlie.
They're going to destroy the league anyway.
I'll come back on another time, Matt. Definitely.
Thank you, Charlie. Big shout out to you as
Let
well.
me I'll just say one last thing to Charlie.
Don't
mate.
take the mic.
No, Charlie, mate. Listening. This is how it feels to be City. He's gone.
I'll leave him alone. He's only.
Yeah, but listen.
I know.
It's highly unlikely that they're going to give up the league, right? If we know that. No. I'm just really pleased because it gives us the chance now to solidify that second spot and say, we ain't letting this second spot go. We've let the league go because Ollie himself came out and said the other week, like 2 weeks ago, we're not going to let City run away with it. Now, if he comes out and makes a statement like that and then relinquishes second fucking place to Chelsea or someone, that is not going to go well for him in his cause to stay the manager. So making a statement like that, he must now use this result and the performance, right, to go forward in games and say, this is how we need to approach games. It has to be fucking fast-paced, in your face, bang, move, pass, go. And that's it. You can't now be going back to fucking giving any teams, it doesn't matter who they are, any kind of talking, Charlie there. Sorry, Charlie, mate. I love you. But yeah, we can't give any teams respect.
Trophies at Tottenham doesn't mean you have to be like
that. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think, Matt? Do you think we can now carry this forward and retain second spot?
Hopefully. I mean, we've got a very tough run of fixtures, haven't we? I think coming up, AC Milan, Spurs as well, maybe.
Spurs, West Ham, Leicester, I think.
So it's just going to be difficult. West Ham are doing very well. I mean, what's going on at West Ham? Like he wouldn't take David Moyes at any other club, but yet he's doing so well at West Ham. It's probably the best he's done since he's left Everton. You take him, yeah?
Well, look at his squad. Look at ours. Where are they? Where are us?
It's near enough the same, yeah.
I'd take myself.
Would you think Arteta would do good at West Ham? Say you swapped it around?
No.
He is squeezing every bit of those players out of that side. Right? Arteta
got a small squad as well.
Yeah. I just don't think Arteta's cut out to be a manager at this moment in time. I think he jumped into it too early.
I had a 2.5-hour debate about it last night. Right? And they just don't get it through their head. What you do is what you've got at the moment. And he's not doing it. What is it? Do you support the manager or do you support the club? Because this is the same problem we have with Wenger. This is why he stayed so goddamn long. This is why we're in this mess. Because some fans just can't accept it's not working. It's not good enough.
So do you think you should do what? So maybe Daniel, you can reflect on this a little bit. You got in Tuchel from PSG when he got sacked, and it seems to be rolling a bit better than it was with Frank Lampard. Do you think that's a similar thing? Arsenal needs to do the same thing and get in somebody new to be fresh in the minds of what they have potentially got.
You need to get someone experienced enough who knows how to control players like that.
But you know what, sorry, not Charlie, Daniel. I think, do you know what my warning to Chelsea fans is right? Okay, so he's took over Lampard's squad, and as we said before with Tuchel, he's under no obligation or pressure from Abramovich. That's been stated in the media to get anything this season because of it's just not going to, that's just not part of the deal for him. So he's got a bit of a free rein at the moment, so he's using that to his advantage. But if he goes out in the summer and does exactly what Frank Lampard did and buys himself a fucking puzzle, things might not go exactly how you think they're going to go next season, mate, if he does that. I'll tell you that for now, because, how many players are you expecting him to go out and buy?
One or two, not loads.
It's not going to change. They're not going to buy one or two. It's not going to change. Do you know why?
Well, Why?
I'll tell you for why, right? And this is what I got told. I was chatting shit when I put this on one particular like channel that we all know, right? I got told I was chatting shit by one of the regular panelists, right? But he wants to believe it when Aubameyang re-signed, but he doesn't want to believe it now Granit Xhaka did it, right? Because we all know Granit Xhaka's crap and it doesn't suit. It doesn't suit. It doesn't suit their narrative of keeping the manager, right? Granit Xhaka was convinced to stay by Arteta. They all agreed with this when it came out all over the papers. Now they don't like it, so it doesn't suit their agenda. Now he's saying you're talking crap, right? This is why I mentioned it. So Xhaka's not going. Holder's not going. Luiz is not going. He's all giving them new contracts. So you tell me when they're going to go. Willian's not going to go. How many times is Willian getting picked over Martinelli? Right? I know he's played well the last few games, but I'm sorry, Martinelli's better. Better. Right? You're telling me he's getting rid of these players? Piss off, man. No, he's not. He's not.
But when I say what the difference is with Lampard and Tuchel, Tuchel's got more experience and he's been at like loads of different teams, and he's been at Mainz, he's been at Dortmund,
He's won
he's been at
trophies.
PSG, and he's won trophies.
He's won more
And
trophies.
But the thing is with Tuchel, he's going to get the players that he wants to suit his style and formation, if that makes sense.
Big up, mate.
Big
Yeah,
up, Charlie,
Charlie.
in the house.
That's
No,
the
it's
thing.
fine.
That's why I trust Tuchel more than I did Lampard. But I always back Lampard because
Charlie.
I always back the
But
manager.
you know what?
So
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Daniel. 100%. Yeah. It's what do you make of Liverpool though? I mean, look, they've lost today against Fulham 1-0, and watching the game as well with my eyes, Fulham looked like the team that have won the Premier League last season. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, Matt,
It's like-
you know what it is? I think what it is with Liverpool is that someone was talking about the mentality side of it, and I'm like, no, it's got to do with it. You don't lose that mentality that they've had for the past 3 seasons playing like they've played. This is just a simple case of the confidence is shot. You can tell by the way they're playing. They're not doing what they are supposed to do, and that's a confidence thing. And also on top of that, there could be a case of mental exhaustion because they've been so what's the word? They've been so intense. It's been so intense for them all last season and the season before. To be fair, and one loss of a big player in that squad. Who's that?
Ollie.
One loss of a player in that squad has
Cashing his annual
Wales have
Save
come
My
up.
Job ticket.
deal.
it's already coming out. They're already coming out. It's only been 15 minutes.
I think. Does anybody agree that Liverpool they'll be back next season? Because the way what Klopp has said is basically in a roundabout way. He's said to that team, "Listen, if you don't fucking like what I'm doing and you don't want to be here and win, go and fuck off somewhere else and see if you can win somewhere there." That's what he's saying basically in the way what he said. So, at the end of the day, them players now got to ask themselves a question: right, okay, what do I want to do here? Do I want to be successful again? And be everybody in the world talking about you, because that's something right.
I'll put it in this sense, right? You might have a manager that you might think's not good enough, and some people say he is or not, whatever. Right?
I think he's good enough.
Still got a big club mentality. You don't
Of course he
accept
has.
it. You're outside the top 4. You don't accept it, right? Whereas us, we're happy to accept where we are.
Also, let me just ask you this, lot, if any of you would agree. I think that he will. I think Liverpool will get top 4 simply because, like I say, now the games are running out. Teams are going to have to start changing how they approach some games, because it's they can't just be going gung ho or not thinking about what they're doing. They've got to try and start thinking about what they're doing. And Liverpool, I mean, I know they've lost against.
But they're 4 points. But they're 4 points behind. But if Chelsea win tomorrow, they'll be 7.
Well, yeah, but I still think there's Chelsea have still got points to drop, mate. I don't see you winning every game from it at the end.
The only team we'll probably lose to is Man City. Everyone else, no.
Well, yeah, I like your confidence, mate. But what Look at let's have a look. What's your last results, Daniel? Let's have a look. Let me just have a look here.
It's win, draw, win, draw, win, draw, win, draw. We ain't
Well,
lost
there you
yet.
go then. Well, yeah, but I mean, a draw is if Liverpool pick up and start winning and winning, you draw. Liverpool win, you win, then you draw, and Liverpool win. There's enough games for Liverpool to squeeze that gap
Yes,
back.
but we're not going to draw every game.
No, but there's still enough points. So let's have a look at how many. Let's have a look how many points there are to be had.
Yeah, but I've already said the top four. The top four will be everyone except Liverpool. Liverpool finish 5th. It'll be not the way it is. It'll be Man City first, Chelsea United second, and then someone else 4th.
Oh no! Your win rate, yours is win, draw, win. So that on that form, that suggests that your next game you're going to draw. So
I think we're going to beat them this time. We'll probably beat them.
Well, you don't know. If that's the case, then and you draw, and you get to 47 points.
But the thing is with Tuchel, I can trust the manager. There's a difference. I trust this manager. All the tactics he's got. Yeah,
I get you. 100%. You're going to trust him because he's got you 1, 2, 3. How many wins has he had in all since he came in? About 5. Is it?
I think we've only had wins. I think it's 4 draws, 6 wins. I think.
Right, 5 or 6 wins. So of course you're going to trust him like that. You're only as good as your last game, aren't you? So your last game you won. So you're like, yeah, we won. Like me with Ollie, Man United fans, we won. So but Liverpool, I don't know. I just think they've because of their mentality and everything else. I just think there's going to come a point like now after this game, especially today, where those players are going to take a good look at themselves and think, okay, do we really want to be the team that everybody talks about, not for winning the league or winning the Club European Cup or the Champions League, but for being the worst team in history and losing our Premier League title and also falling out of the fucking top 4 and 6? No, they're not going to want that. Whether they're staying at Liverpool or not, there's no way they're going to want that. They're going to want to take, a bigger thing away from their time at that club, and they're not going to want that. So I think that, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll come on and say I was fucking wrong, but I just don't know. I don't see it. Anybody else? What do you think, Matt?
I think the mentality's gone at the moment. The only one who's trying is Salah.
Yeah.
And maybe Jota.
But it's not. I don't know. No, I don't understand why you say the mentality. That can't go that quickly. That's just. It's more for me. It's more a confidence thing in terms of because they've been so used to the team that got them where they went and how solid it was. Everybody having their little job and everybody doing their job well. Then it all got mumbo jumboed. Then you've got tons and tons of injuries. It affects your own mind. Once you start having a different thought process of rather than we're going to win this game because I know Alexander, I know Henderson's going to do it, I know Van Dijk's going to be solid at the back and all this and all that. Once you take all those ingredients away from that thought process, your thought process has changed.
Yo, I got to do my stream.
Yeah, we're only going to be another 10 minutes or so. We just want to wrap it up. Stephen, where can we find you, mate?
You can find me on SVT TV as usual. It said Big Old Friday on there, but as usual, that fundraising keeps going no matter what. So, yeah, come and check out. We've got loads of stuff coming up. Should have some big things coming up for this channel as well. So keep your eyes out because it's going to be good. Right, everything's going to be good. Trust me.
Sure, Stephen. Thank you very much, mate.
All right, but big up to you, Matt. Right, good to see you back. And like I said, I'll take her out.
Okay.
Catch you in a bit, Steve, man.
So guys, I was going to say, talking on Liverpool, do you not think it's maybe the fact that Jurgen Klopp wasn't backed in the transfer window? And I know he got Jota, but he probably wanted a few more players, didn't he? And he wasn't given the players that he wanted. I don't know whether they wanted Thiago necessarily or Klopp wanted Thiago necessarily. I just think he was sort of a buy that everyone was looking at, like Madrid and.
But do you know? It's a funny thing you say there, Matt, because I put it this way, right? Look at like FSG, like Fenway Sports Group, and everything. They brought in Jurgen Klopp because they believed They believed in him, and they gave him the time. And once in that second season, when they went close and just lost it by a point to City, that's the moment when they realised, whoa, we've got something fucking great here. So why would they? I don't understand why would they just take it upon themselves to go out and bring any player in without Klopp's approval and just start thinking that we can just bring whatever player we want in and you're just going to go with it and use him? I don't see it happening. I think Klopp must have had a say in that, surely, because you're not gonna go behind his back when he's doing so wealthy in such a short space of time, really, considering the first season, the second season, and then the third. So it was the third season, wasn't it? Was it the third or the second season where they started to really gel and start to do stuff?
Maybe they think that they saw that they had a great team. They won the Champions League and they won the Premier League, and then they thought the owners might have thought, well, we got a good team. We don't have to spend in this any amounts.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but surely there must have been a conversation with Klopp about that. You're not gonna. I don't see how you would, like, as an owners. If I was owners of a FSG or whatever, and you've brought this guy in and you see what he's doing, you're thinking, wait a minute, this guy knows what he's doing. He's brought in players. Like, we all talk about him bringing in Salah, bringing in Mane, Firmino, and whoever else. So why not the other players like Silva, Thiago? Sorry, I mean, I don't buy into that, because I believe that whether it's a buy that he's not proud of, who knows? I don't know, but I just think maybe he's asked for certain budget, but it's been said we can't afford certain said budget, and these are the only options that are available if somebody's put that to him. So, but now, like I tweeted before, and I said, this is a big wake-up call for FSG after that result against Fulham today, because if they do not now go to Klopp and say, right, listen, how much do you want? How much do you fucking want? You go out and you tell us who you want, and we're going to break our backs and banks to get them. Because if they don't, it is going to so implode like never before on Liverpool. They are going to go into the black hole of fucking of nothingness for another 20 fucking 30 years. I'll tell you that for now. And do they really want to do that? I doubt it very much. Because, I don't know. It just baffles me. It does baffle me, but yeah. Anyway, let's talk about today's game.
So let's just end off quickly with like how you guys thought about. Well, we kind of already talked about it, I guess, but just to end off, we'll make this like a nice quick stream. Like a good 40-minute stream. We're about 7 minutes away, so I mean, let's talk about how Daniel felt about beating Liverpool on Thursday. Maybe go back a little bit and. Is it progress? Like you think for you? Like, I know Liverpool not doing so great, but it's not good to see you beat the Premier League holders.
No, yeah, but the thing is with that game, Liverpool only had one shot on target all game, and it was straight at the goalkeeper. Liverpool didn't sniff us, and not many teams do that at Anfield. Never.
Does it not worry you though, Daniel, that Fulham beat Liverpool today?
Yeah, but Fulham's a good team. Don't underestimate Fulham. Fulham have got a good manager.
Of course not.
I know what you mean, but I'm just saying. Fulham have got a good manager. They've got a good set of players that are on loan. Because remember, they've been loaning players, haven't they? And they look all good.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not slighting Fulham by any stretch of imagination.
In general,
I mean, no, of course, but even so, if you always have to say, what if? Because that's what that's football, and it's like, oh, what if, and this, that, and the other. So are we going to be still having this conversation if Liverpool still had like 80% of that squad it had when it won the league? Right now, I don't think so. I don't think we're having the same conversation, to be honest with you. I think it's a different conversation altogether. So, Bargav, well done. How are you doing, son? Odegaard, where were you? What?
Yeah, because come on, you can't say that Bruno's performance was good today. So, apart from the penalty, what did he do?
Well, we did enough because
I know he did enough.
We were in their faces. We City, when a team like City who rely on possession, if you get in their face and stop them from doing that, they can't handle it. They just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And even against, as well as that, again, like I said at the start, why is Pep then putting, starting in a 4-3-3 when he could have done what me and Charlie were talking about last night, which was a double pivot 4-2-3-1, and play even on a 4-3-3 playing De Bruyne over there. De Bruyne should have been in the middle of that. He could have worked something else out there. And then also they haven't got the upfront firepower to make that work, because if Jesus was better, it would have been a different result. So that proves it. So I don't know, but I know we're not talking about that much, but it'd be interesting to see who can prize Haaland to their club this summer, because it's going to be either Man United, Chelsea, or Liverpool or City. And who do you think who do you think he will get? Who he'll go to, Daniel?
I don't know. Depends. It depends if Man City want to go in a bidding war, because usually they don't bid like high amounts for one player. If that makes sense. Pep's their board's very smart with their players that they pick.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Roman does. He just wants whatever it costs. He's like, go get him.
Well, this is what the point I was going to make was, if City don't give. But having said that, let me just go back to I said this about 8 weeks ago. When Pep signed his new deal, I believe there would have been some kind of conversation in that where Pep said, "Look, if I'm going to sign this deal, right, I am going to need serious fundage, because David Silva's going, Aguero's going to be going. There's other players who are going to be going because they're just not quite there for me, and he's going to need big bucks. And if that's already been agreed for him to sign that new contract that he signed, then I would without doubt see Haaland going to City. I don't see how United can get in. I don't, because
it's going to be a bidding war between Chelsea and Man City. I can just see it now. At the end of the season, it's just going to be who pays the most money for him and who's stupid enough to. Haaland is going to be what I think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or in the future.
Of course he is. Yeah, he's an absolute phenomenal player, and I think the way he plays, he would suit both teams.
Yeah. And
I think Thomas Tuchel, considering what I've seen from him so far, having said what I've said previously, if he manages to go out and buy like maybe two or three, I think he's going to get in the summer. If one of those is Haaland, then he can work him, and he can get him to understand what he wants him to do, etc. And whoever else he brings in, Chelsea could be out of nowhere, go from trying to get into the top four to everybody, especially if Liverpool don't sort their shit out. Everybody could be looking at Chelsea going, "Whoa, shit, what's happened here?" Tuchel could be the new Klopp or the new Pep, but we'll have to wait and see on that. I mean, it's a good start. There's no doubt about that. But
to end it off, guys, we're going to end it off now. I know Bargav's trying to get him, but we'll get him back up here. He's coming again. Bargav,
hello,
Bargav, can you hear us? Can't hear us, can he?
I can hear you guys.
Hey, we can hear you. We're cool. We can hear you.
Yeah. You got too long, Stephen's streaming it, because I'm going in a bit.
Yeah, we got to end up now, Bargav. Just to quickly ask, like, what did you make of the result for Man United against City today? Just in quick reflection, if you can.
You're talking to me, right? Just make sure.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I mean, I barely caught the game, actually. Like, you guys are probably better off talking about that. I mean, I had a lot of things to do, so I ended up getting caught up with it. But from what I hear, it was a decent game, somewhat.
It was, mate. Yeah. It was good. It was a good game. Yeah, it could have been a little bit better. They could have. I mean, to be honest, like, I'm a United supporter. I'd love to have seen it be like maybe a 3-1 or a little. You know what I mean? Like, I would have liked to have seen a few more goals. I'm not going to lie. Like, I love football, so it's not always about just seeing the other team not get any goals at all. I would have liked to have seen it being close, but it's good to see 2-0 against Man City at the Etihad. Like, it's no lie. But look, Bargav, like, let's ask you about something you do know. The Arsenal result. What did you make of that?
We have to.
So I mean, I think my the hashtag or whatnot went away, but it said, Odegaard, where are you? Where were you?
Yeah.
He was the player for me that was really missing yesterday, because Willian really did show up. I know our fan base seems to like they tend to have like agenda eyes, like I like to say. Basically,
Because he used to play for Chelsea.
based on what your view of Willian is, you view him that way, and you need to like make it so you see what you want to see in some ways. But William played pretty well yesterday. A lot of creativity came down that side. For me, Odegaard really needed to step up, and it was his game to step up, because we could have really done really well yesterday. And that was like the missing piece for me. So that goes to like Arsenal's problem. I think Man United has their cam, right, like for the future, which is going to be Bruno, which people have a doubt about whether he's a true cam or not. But for us, we're still trying to find that player in the middle, and that's going to be the most important thing, because and so that's what I saw yesterday. That was a really big thing. Obviously, people are going to say the misses and whatnot and the penalty. You can't be relying on VAR to win a game like that. That's ridiculous. It was, and for the first time, I have to say, hats off to the referees for getting that right yesterday, because I think it would have been really, really harsh on Burnley if they gave that penalty. So, so that was my overall analysis of that game. This game, I'm still gonna go back and rewatch. I'll tell you more about it. But did you see any positives from United today?
Yeah, I'll let talk him you go first. Actually, I was going to say the defence was again a positive in the last.
They finally got a win against the Big Six. That's what you should be proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just played well because in my opinion, it's because when we play, look at how we did against Leeds. Look what we did to get Leeds. That's how we played against Leeds in the face, fast. Move the ball quickly, get up the pitch quickly, get things done without hesitating, without dawdling. Because again, the more time you have on the ball, the more chance there is you're going to make a bad decision. Again, so I said to Matt, go back and analyse that game, mark down the numbers of good decisions. Go back to the last game where we didn't play so well and didn't get a good result, and mark down the number of bad decisions or good decisions in that. And that game we've just watched would far outweigh what any previous game, because when we dawdle and play slowly and it doesn't work for us. I think we are much more suited with that team that we've got. And I think they enjoy, to be fair, I think the team actually enjoy playing like that much better. Playing, in your face, fast, move, aggressive, sort of giving no time. I think that's what we want to see as fans. But I think the players also love playing like that. So I don't know what you think, Matt.
Well, you see that with Tottenham, didn't you? And I was going to ask you just sort of to end it off, like, what do you think the score will be between Spurs right now and Crystal Palace? Just to end it off, like your predictions.
That's tonight, isn't it?
In a minute.
It's like
1 minute.
I said, what did I say earlier on? Because I got it all confused, didn't I? Because I was thinking it was Spurs and Arsenal. And
You
I'll
said
tell you why I
2-0
got
Tottenham.
Yeah, 2-0 Tottenham. That's right. And the reason why I'll tell you why I got confused, because I had the COVID vaccine yesterday, and it's fucking messed with me head a little bit. And I feel like absolute shite, and I feel really achy and tired, and my head's more. Hurt. But that's it. That's the thing, and I feel thankful, and I'm really happy that I got it. But that's why my head was a little bit all over the shop. But I'm going to stick with what I said. I think I'm going to stick with what I said. So, yeah.
What about you, Daniel?
Well, I want Spurs to lose, but knowing Mourinho, it'll be a 1-0 win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that as well. Bargav, what do you make? I think 1-0 to Spurs. But,
no. So Spurs are, like, sadly, hate to say it, because I'm watching that game for next week. Because we play them North London derbies next week, and they're gaining a bit of form. It's a bit like frustrating. We're gaining a bit of form too, so I think the derby is going to be really good next week. As far as today, Crystal Palace actually played decently against Man United on Wednesday. I mean, was that your assessment of that game, by the way? Like, did you think like Crystal Palace they showed enough to like say that you played well, or like you played terrible, or a combination of both?
Yeah, a combination of both, I would say.
Okay, so no, like in that game, if Zaha plays today, if Zaha played on Wednesday, I thought they would have torn you guys apart. Those one-on-ones on the side, they would have torn you apart. But today, it all depends. I haven't seen the lineup yet.
He's on the bench, Zaha.
Zaha's on the bench. So, 45 minutes of one-on-one. That's gonna be enjoyable. Actually, that's gonna be a very enjoyable game. But I think those games are always tight. So I think I'm gonna predict 1-1 again. They're always tight. Like and Spurs, if they go up, they tend to like sit off way too much, and I see the same thing happening as the first game.
Brilliant. Guys, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I've got to nip to the shops and do my lunch shopping for tomorrow at work. Do you want to shout out all your social media platforms where everyone can find you? Start with Talk MU first.
You can find me and Barg doing some bits and bats on the Boot Room. You can find it on YouTube, and you can find me on Twitter at iTalkMU.
Brilliant. Cheers, Talk MU, mate. Thank you very much. Daniel.
You can find me at CFC Daniel MTG, all capitals, and make sure you subscribe to this channel because he's back again.
Yeah,
back
and it's good to have you back. It's good to have you back, mate.
Daniel, it's good to have you back as well, mate. You know, like after everything that everyone's been.
I'll support everybody. You know that by now. I'll support everybody.
Absolutely, I do know that you, Dan. Like, very, very kind and courageous person, mate. Thank you so much for coming back on as well, man. It means a lot. Gav, well, you too. Same with you, mate. Like, thank you. And Talk MU, everybody, you know what I mean? Thank you so much for coming on and chatting, mate. Where can we find you, Gav, apart from sunny Florida?
You'll see me on SFeedly TV. There's a bunch of cool shows coming up this week that are in the works. Building on if you guys haven't checked out the charity stream yet, please do go check it out. There was a lot of good guests on, from Claude, Lee Gunner, Monster, Turkish, Crofty, F1 commentator. There's a lot of good things that happen on that stream on Friday. Also, this week there's gonna be a Benfica review. Some Olympiacos fans coming on because it's Olympiacos game week, and then obviously like the North London derby. So it's a big week. It's still a big week for Arsenal because we have the 3 biggest games of the season coming up. So, apart from that, Matt, glad you're back, man. It's 2 great shows in a row. Let's keep the energy going. Let's get back to building the community again.
We are, and
one set.
Just thank you so much, Gav, as well, and just maybe to put a smile on your face as well. Hopefully, getting Charlie back in the week.
Yeah,
he's going to come on and have a talk about Arsenal, so that'll be refreshing to hear his
That is very refreshing. Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting, and hope to see you again very soon. Enjoy the Spurs and Crystal Palace game and the Chelsea game tomorrow, of course.
Yeah.
And have a safe and a pleasant Sunday evening. Bye-bye.